There's also a concern over the security threat that has been rising dramatically coming out of China. We don't seem to care about that, but the Eurozone cares about it in dramatic fashion. They care about it deeply, and they are trying to build some sort of strategy and for a Western alliance. In particular, you've got Poland. Now, you might remember about 3 weeks ago, I was talking about, as a result of the nat gas issue, talking about Poland and what a problem this is. So NATO allies are very concerned and trying to assess the threats that Russia and China are bringing. Here's the problem. The real problem with these threats are NATO is fighting against strength from a position of weakness. Why? Because of the perceived weakness, or better yet, I should say, the showing of our weakness, showing of that hand to the rest of the world. NATO highly dependent upon the strength and the money, the economic strength and the military might of the United States as a pivotal part of the overall strength for NATO. We have, in a very short 7 months, become laughable in that regard, particularly our military. Our military leadership is weak. I'm being kind. Our military leadership is weak. Our administration, about as weak as an administration could be. We are taking the position of trying to love everybody into submission and give them lots of money. China is likely laughing at us. Russia is just too busy rubbing their hands together and feeling very strong right now. So I suspect that an awful lot of the NATO strategy and the military alliances that they've had for decades, focusing on countering Russia, and they've been doing this since 1901 or 2001, along with the fight from the battle against terrorism. And now the new focus on China is beginning to shift a little bit as the U.S.'s geopolitical orientation away from Europe and a unified conflict with Beijing. This administration is impacting every corner of the globe, with the exception of, in most of it in a negative way, with the exception of maybe for Russia, Afghanistan, the terrorists, Iran, China. I mean, there's a number of areas where this administration is impacting the world in a positive way. But for the developed, free world, it is extremely negative. I know I keep saying Biden, but we can hardly blame Biden. We don't know who to blame other than just generalizing, using the word puppeteers, as I've been doing since day one. So his puppeteers have a much grander plan for the world, not for the United States, for the world. We have shifted from America first to the globalist world first. That is a huge change and a huge shift. in what we have seen for the last 4 years prior to the Biden administration. We had everybody responding to us either in silence or in a great deal of fear. And through that fear came a great deal of strength for America. We don't have that. It's gone. If they were playing a part in removing President Trump, they were very successful. But unfortunately, it's China and Russia that are going to have the last laugh at the globalist of Europe that wanted so badly to get rid of Trump and that administration. And I don't think the developed Eurozone really want to be a part of China and Russia's last laugh. But that is the corner that they chose to paint themselves into. And now they have to come together and have a strategy meeting. And the very first thing out of their mouth ought to be, oops, what did we do? Either that, or it's do what they're very good at doing and rolling over and just saying, okay, I'm over on my back. China, you're the alpha dog. I don't, whatever you want. Maybe that's the way they're going to go, which would be a sad thing for the people of those countries. Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.TV. That's FISM.TV.